Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. Just a quick video here on this Toro Recycler. I've done a couple videos on this guy. As you can see in the opening there, what I was doing is blocking off all the airflow coming from the carburetor, and the engine was still running. That should not happen unless the intake system is sucking air somewhere instead of coming through the carburetor. So let me show you what's going on and how we're going to fix that. Alright guys, so I got all the top off here. I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing this for very long because that provides some cooling. So let me just show you what's going on and how I'm going to troubleshoot where this is sucking air. So I got a can of starter fluid, and I'm just going to spray it on the intake tube, which is right here. Alright guys, so as you saw, when I sprayed the starter fluid right in this area, right here, the engine tried to die out, which means that whatever fluid I'm spraying in that area is actually causing the, because it's sucking air there, it's going to suck in this fluid, and it's actually going to start to run rich and try and die out. So basically what I'm going to have to do to fix this problem is to replace this intake tube, because it is plastic and it could be cracked somewhere and sucking large amounts of air and making this thing run a little bit on the lean side. Alright, so to get at this intake tube, there is 2 1/4-inch bolts right here, but of course I've got to take a whole bunch of stuff off that's either on top of it or attached to it, because this carburetor is actually attached to the intake tube. So to get this off, much like the carburetor swap video, just take off this 1/4-inch bolt. Okay, that's going to take off. Before I do that, I don't want to lose this spring. So I'm going to take this spring off. Unhook that spring. I'm going to have to block off the fuel. So fuel line pliers. Remove the fuel clamp, and then the fuel line itself. That little bit of drippage there. Okay, 2 3/8 bolts here. And I'm going to hold the intake port here while I get this off with the Z-bend. So that gets the carburetor off. There is a little rubber O-ring here. Just like that, don't lose that guy. Alright, now we got 1/4-inch bolts on the ignition coil. Whew, hot. It's hot because just take the spark plug off. It's super hot because I ran it without the shroud on, which this provides cooling for that. Take that guy off. Wow, this is super hot. Alright, now we have access to our intake tube here. Alright, and then the last thing to probably get this thing off is unscrew these and then it just slides out. Alright guys, so this is the old one. It's got this piece that kind of just falls out, but it doesn't fit properly. This one, same deal. This piece comes out, but it fits perfectly in there. Almost looks like it's just one piece. So this one's definitely messed up. So we're going to put this one on. I'm going to see what I can do about this gasket. Alright, so what I did was I just had some gasket maker material, and I actually made 2 gaskets. I'm going to just double them up, and because this one is fairly thick in diameter, or sorry, in thickness there, so 2 should work, hopefully. Alright guys, so the reason I went this way with it is because I looked up the gasket for that particular, this particular engine. This gasket alone in Canada shipped to my house $22 and change, and that is absolutely ridiculous for some paper. So I just can't do it. So hopefully this is going to work out okay. I was thinking I would maybe use some RTV silicone. That does well for gasket maker as well, but you know what, I'm just going to give this a try. Hopefully this is going to work for us. Alright, so that's on nice and snug. Put on my O-ring. Alright guys, I'm not going to show you how to put all of this back together. I do have a video on how to put the take the carb off and put it back on, so I'll link to that video now, but I will show you how to reset the ignition coil. What you need to do is just put the ignition coil on. There's a magnet on the flywheel here that has to interact with this ignition coil for this thing to work properly. There has to be a bit of a gap. So what I do is just start both of these screws here, and I put a business card in between, and then I bring the magnet back until it sucks the ignition coil to the flywheel, but with the business card in between, and that'll give you about 0.010 of an inch gap, and that's how we're going to reset this coil. Alright, so there's the magnet sucking the coil down, and now it's the proper distance away. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these down while I'm pushing. Alright, and then just spin this, and usually that business card will come out. And that's how you reset the coil. I'll put everything back together, and we're going to try it out. Alright guys, so once again, I'm not going to run this for very long because I don't want to run it for long without the shroud on there for the engine cooling. I just want to do the same test that I just did previously here with spraying some of this starter fluid right in this area. Alright, to see if the RPM changes at all. If it smooths out or makes it rougher, then that means I still have a leak. Guys, so that was it. It is definitely running nice and smooth now. I'm not seeing any like surging back and forth on the throttle there to try and maintain speed. So what that means is that this thing is running at the proper fuel air mixture. All right. So hopefully this helps somebody. Again, not always if it's running up and down and surging is it going to be a fuel problem. What it is a fuel air mixture problem. All right, and in most cases it is bad gas or the carburetor needs to be cleaned out. But if you do that, even replace the carburetor and it's still not running properly, you need to, on these Briggs engines with these plastic intake tubes, you need to check those out because sometimes that's your culprit. So if you like the video, please smash the like button down below. Helps me out on the channel. If you're not a subscriber, consider doing so. I post a video just like this each and every week. So thanks for watching. Until our next project, take care.